Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 14 yards. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Graham opts now to return it. And the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Watson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for him?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 38, Jackson targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 17 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 7-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Watson on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. On first down, it's Watson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 26 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Man open is Robinson. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout. Seconds left in the second quarter.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing. And he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Jackson trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And for the third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. On second and 12, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Baltimore.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From just shy of midfield, Jackson is going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good. Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles. But a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make it.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 35 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Ravens 42, Browns 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
17 yards. And the Browns 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this. 3 yards remain for second down. Now it's Watson. And now here is another interception. Tyus. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. From way up at the 23. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Wait, ready?
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this 1st drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll swing this out to Fournette. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
72.
Brady's going to sneak it. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
After 1-7-0 on the East. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Brady now on 1st down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Julio Jones from 13 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point up and good by Succa, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Brady. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. Brady.
And Evans Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch, made up the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Suckup's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot before half for Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. Does it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Suck him for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it,
for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Brady now on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
Touchdown! Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the lead is now 24. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Back now in Las EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We go from Las Vegas. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right to the air is Burrow. And his first pass is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From midfield now, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Brady now on 1st down. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. This is caught by Evans. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like that one, Parker. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to Mixon on second down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Mixon. Room here to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. They were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Bengals 14. Buccaneers nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brady now to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this right upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one would arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
As a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Over the middle to Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Brady again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Brady will try again on second down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Complete to Chris Godwin. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Brady to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll divert the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Going up top for Miller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be...
Look at the big man rumble. 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And Brady will sneak it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete.
Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Did not hang on. Second down coming up.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now a throw here to his running back, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And finding the tight end, Rudolph. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kyle Rudolph, 32 yards. And the Bucs take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Succo. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 4-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Burrow looking to pass. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And that's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Inside handoff to Nixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to make it a 2-score game. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. This is caught by Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. That is caught at the 7. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kyle Rudolph with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
The 7 clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead.
It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the objective there, and yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Mixon with a first down carry. He finds, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second and 10, Brady.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Throwing is Brady on third down.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Brady to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Now Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on second and 8.
Back to throw, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch. Made over 25 yards. The Bucs take over first down catch. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point try now for Suckham. And the lead is down to 2. 25 seconds to go. They must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to about the 45.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses.